Hola, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I don't want to say is highly requested, but a couple of people did ask me questions concerning this topic, which is things you should know before moving to Saudi Arabia. I'm going to give you guys a very short backstory about my life. A couple of years ago, I got this amazing opportunity to come and work in Saudi Arabia. I was working in Dubai at that time and I wasn't doing so good. When I got this opportunity, I was super excited because I was like, okay, new job, new country, new experiences. And then I was like, shoot, I don't know anyone working in Saudi Arabia, so I have no idea about how life is in Saudi Arabia. So immediately I went on the internet and I was trying to find information about life in Saudi Arabia. To be honest, the information that I came across was not positive. So many people had bad experiences about living here, and I was really second guessing if I should or should just keep my job in Dubai. Fast forward to 2.5 years later, I'm so glad that I made the decision to come here, because I remember being like, let me take the chance. If it works out, then good. If it doesn't, I could always go back to Dubai and try to find another job. My experience so far has been amazing. I've never had any problems living in this country. I haven't had any of the negative things that I was seeing before. So I'm here to share with you guys my experiences, my opinions of things that you should know before moving here. So this video is for you. Maybe you just got the opportunity to come and work here. You're not sure if you should or shouldn't. This video hopefully will give you some insights about how life is here and what you should expect. This video is for you who is maybe planning to come and settle here. Please come, it's amazing. This video is for you also who is just maybe curious about how life is in Saudi Arabia, for expats for that matter, so you can have an overview from my experiences. Disclaimer is that I respect everyone's experiences, because I know a lot of people, especially from my country, who have had really bad experiences, and I'm really sorry for that they had to experience that in this country. But whatever I'm going to share in this video are my experiences, my opinions, so I don't want any of you coming to the comment section and judging or leaving very negative feedback. You can share your experiences, I will appreciate that, but please don't judge, because this is my experience, okay? If you're new here, hi, my name is Molly and I do make random videos on my channel from time to time, so subscribe, I will appreciate it. Like this video if you find it interesting or educative, or if you enjoy it. And yeah, let's get right into the video. First things first, Saudi is now my second home away from home, and I really do feel bad when people talk really negative about Saudi Arabia, because I only have good things to say about this country so far, and when people start talking bad about it, I feel bad for some reason. So the religion here is obviously Islam, considering that Saudi Arabia houses two of the holiest mosques in the world, which is in Mecca and Medina. There's no other religion which is practiced publicly. If you are Christian or Hindu, you are allowed to practice your religion, but in the comfort of your home. You're not allowed to practice it outside in public. There is the call to prayer, which usually happens five times a day, which is called Adhan. Personally, I'm used to that, coming from Mombasa, where my city is, you know, heavily influenced with Islam culture. I at one point almost became a Muslim, but that's a story for another day. Don't be surprised when you hear some music early in the morning, about 5 a.m. Whenever there is call for prayer, all the malls, the shopping centers, the restaurants, coffee shop, groceries, they close for about 20 to 30 minutes to allow people to go pray and then come back. So whenever you're planning to go for shopping, you have to plan according to those times so that you don't get stuck outside the shop waiting for them to open. Culture in Saudi Arabia is heavily influenced from the Islam background, and hence that's why they're very conservative. This is easily translated in how they dress, how they talk, how they interact with people. Rules governing this country are all like based on Islam culture. Also, drugs are not allowed. Pork is not allowed because, again, they are Muslim country. Alcohol, there is no alcohol here. It is not allowed to consume, to bring it in. I've had people saying that you could always find alcohol if you want to, but I am in no way trying to be on that side of the law. There is a lot of people smoking here cigarettes and shisha, but now shisha has kind of been banned because of COVID situation. What I would say is that years ago, it was mandatory for everyone to wear an abaya in Saudi Arabia, a black one for that matter. But about 3-5 years ago, things are changing in the kingdom, and it is no longer mandatory for foreigners to wear an abaya. As long as you're dressed modest, just respecting their culture, you should be good without an abaya. Personally, I prefer to wear it if I'm going to like official places like in the bank or in the office, or if I'm going to like crowded places and I don't want to stand out, or I don't want, you know, the attention of people on me. country. It's still something new in the country. Not everyone is fully accustomed to the new rules and all. Yeah, especially in smaller cities like Taif or Tabuk, where their mindset is still very conservative. In bigger cities like Riyadh or Jeddah, Dammam, you will see a lot more people walking around without abayas, which yeah, it's pretty cool. Even Saudi ladies themselves nowadays are being very experimental with their abayas in terms of style, texture, colors. They're really, you know, having really nice fashionable abayas. For the men, there aren't much restrictions when it comes to dressing. What I know is that Saudi guys usually wear like the white thobe, which is very well ironed, and they have like a white scarf or white and red checkered scarf with the headgear, which is called igal. And I see them with their white well ironed thobe and this thing, I just really find them really attractive. You just have to be respectful because you know that this is an Islam culture. You don't want to be like provoking or just, you know, showing too much. You won't even be comfortable yourself. So yeah, if you want, you could invest in nice abayas, or you could just invest in like very long trousers which are not too tight. Language in Saudi Arabia is mainly Arabic. I'm not sure if Arabic is the official language or not, but Arabic is widely spoken in this country. A lot of the documents do come in Arabic, then English, or if you have your document in English, then you have to translate it to Arabic for them. Text messages coming in Arabic, then English. Like a lot of places you walk into, everyone speaks Arabic. A lot of the Saudis themselves really do have good English because I believe most of them usually go to study outside the country, whether it's in US or UK, hence their English is quite good. They just choose to speak Arabic. One of the things that really irks me is the fact that some places you would go and the people will not be able to speak English. Even like customer service will call you on the phone and, you know, like they don't speak English. Like, how are we supposed to converse? How? You will walk down the street and just see that all the shops are in Arabic names, so you cannot even remember which shop you were in last time. Maybe if you're going to return something or you want to purchase something, unless you can read Arabic. That's one of the things that irks me, because they don't try as much to speak English because they already speak Arabic. So you have to try and learn how to speak Arabic so you can be able to communicate with them. I do know a few words, which brings me to my next point. Is I'm going to share my favorites. The first one is kif halik, which means like hi, how are you, and you reply by saying alhamdulillah. So kif halik, alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum, and then alaikum salam, that's also greetings. Mashallah, which is like wow, I think. Astaghfirullah, which is like oh my god, you know, like oh astaghfirullah. Masalama, which is like goodbye. Mafi means like no. So like Mafi Arabic means like no, I don't speak Arabic. I think that's where my Arabic ends. At least learn a few Arabic words before coming here so that it's easier for you to just, you know, interact with people. Hospitality here is, I would say, like Saudis are very warm people. They're very welcoming and generous people. Like they just want to give and give and give. At least the ones that I have met or interacted with. Remember this one point, I had gone to the bank and I was in the manager's office. As soon as I sat down, this guy comes in with dates and Arabic coffee and he's just like, oh welcome, you know, have some. And I was like, oh really? There are a few that are a bit rude and a bit stuck up, but I wouldn't judge because we're in their country anyway. A lot of them are usually very curious about foreigners and about their foreign culture, so they will usually ask you a lot of questions to do with where you come from, your culture, your language. They will ask you a few things about, you know, your food, and they will also do the same, like teach you a few Arabic words, or maybe like give you recommendations of Arabic food to try or good places to visit in Saudi Arabia. They're really proud of their country, and yeah, don't be scared. They're really nice people around here, especially Saudi men. When it comes to women, they're very protective and they're very gentle with women, very gentle with women. So yeah. Food is very affordable, food is in plenty, and food is very tasty. There is a lot of nationalities living in Saudi Arabia, so you will find all sorts of restaurants with different cuisines, whether it's Saudi food, whether it's Afghanistan, Lebanese, whether it's Filipino, Moroccan, African. I think I haven't been to an African restaurant in Saudi. I should. Whatever your taste is, you'd always find the options. I'm actually planning to start a series whereby I try out different cuisines in Saudi Arabia and share with you guys. So I don't know if you guys will be interested to see that. When it comes to, like, let's say grocery shopping, when you go to the malls, usually there is always discounts on either fruits or vegetables or just like basic food stuff in the supermarket. So personally, I feel like food is very affordable, so you should not worry about that. And there's a lot of desserts. There is a lot of coffee shops in Saudi Arabia. I think this is one of the countries where they have the most coffee shops around. We only have two weather conditions in Saudi Arabia. It's either extreme summer or winter. Winter starts somewhere around end of October, November, all the way up till March, end of March, and the rest is summer. Really hot summer. Winter time is usually really amazing weather. It's like chill and windy, and sometimes you do get rain. But summer, yo, it's hot. Everything is hot, like the water, the handles, the window, like the wall, everything is hot. You would not survive without an air condition. Jeddah during summer, it's a little bit humid because we are close to the Red Sea, but the people in Riyadh are here. The air is usually drier because they are on the desert side of the country. Cities like Taif, which are on the highlands, the mountain areas, usually have really amazing weather because they are on the higher parts of the country, and they usually get rain, even fog sometimes. By the way, there is another weather condition which is called sandstorms. Sandstorms are a regular thing in Saudi Arabia because we are again in the Middle East. It's in the desert, so it's common. The good thing is that usually the government sends alerts on like the mobile phone, so you can be aware like of an incoming sandstorm and you can stay home, or if you have stuff outside, you can bring them inside before it comes, because sometimes it can be really severe and very dusty. Safety in this country so far has been okay. I haven't had any bad experiences when it comes to that. I have walked at night a couple of times and I wasn't scared. I think the fact that a lot of people do live in compounds, so a compound is like a big area which is fenced, and then you have a lot of, you know, housing units inside. So a lot of people do live in compounds. I live in compound, so there's usually security like patrolling around the compound all the time, especially at night, so it's pretty safe. I think for the ones living outside, like in apartments, they're usually like the police driving around. So the thing that I've had, which is a bit common, is harassment, which is like catcalling when you're walking, you know, in some streets in the city, which you shouldn't be scared because apparently there is an app. If someone tries to catcall you on the street, you could just take a picture of them and just upload in the app. And I hear that the government is very like this with those people. They're handled properly. So far, safety is good. In the recent years, Saudi Arabia is now open to tourism. Before that, you couldn't be able to come visit Saudi Arabia. Either you just come for work or you come for Hajj and Umrah, which is the religious practices they do in Mecca and Medina. But now it's open for anyone to come and visit. You could actually apply for a tourism visa on their website, or you could just contact your embassy and guide you through the process of application, which I think it's a really great idea for anyone who's planning to come and settle here. If you're not sure, you could just come visit and, you know, decide for yourself. There is a lot of things to do in Saudi Arabia. There is a lot of untouched places, lots of beautiful deserts, lots of historical places, the Red Sea, the Corniche, the mountainside, and try the food over here. So yeah, I think that's really great. Think about it. Think about it. Shopping in Saudi Arabia is quite similar when it comes to Middle East other countries, whether it's UAE or Qatar. I wouldn't say US because the prices here are a bit higher compared to US. We have all the big malls, we have all the major brands, low and high end, you can find them here. All the restaurant food chains you could think of. The only downside to shopping in Saudi Arabia is the fact that there are no changing rooms in the malls or in the stores. What we do is usually you just buy from the store and you go to the washroom and try it out. If it fits you, perfect. If it doesn't, just come back to the store, change it, or take a different size. Other thing is that gold is actually a bit cheaper here, so if you're planning to invest in gold, take the trip and come here. Fashion in Saudi Arabia is top notch. You can imagine with all the brands that they have here, Saudi women are very fashionable people. This is something that you wouldn't think about, considering that they're always like covered. But yo, those women smell amazing. Their makeup is usually always on point. Their hair, I don't even know how they manage to keep their hair looking so good, and they have the scarf on. Their abayas are definitely expensive ones, and they're just really good quality and just very stylish. And the men, like I said, you know, with their white thobe, they just look fantastic, like really fantastic. I love how they all smell really good with their perfumes and their oud. They smell amazing. Public holidays in Saudi Arabia is Eid and Eid al-Adha, I think. Yeah, and the Saudi's National Day, which is grandly celebrated. You should see the videos and how they do the fireworks, the aircraft showing the Saudi flag. It's really majorly celebrated. It's just a vibe during that day. On these days, people actually don't go to work because it's public holiday, whether it's private or public sector, except for people working in hospitality, of course, because they're in shift. All the other holidays you could think about, something like Christmas or Boxing Day, they don't exist in the Saudi calendar. Those are your own holidays, so you could always celebrate them in your own house. The other thing you should know is something called Saudization, which a lot of people have been saying that it's been affecting the job market from like 2017. Saudization is where the government implements that the first priority when it comes to jobs, either in public or private sectors, is given to Saudi nationals. The government ensures that their people are secured financially, which is something really amazing, and I hope my president will watch this and just consider that. This is something that they are implementing for their Vision 2030, which is to come in a few years. So kudos to their government for putting their citizens first. Snapchat is the place to be, even though that most of it is usually in Arabic, so I never even really understand what's going on there. It's personally not my favorite app, but Instagram and Google Maps are also very trendy if you want to get like recommendations of places. Facebook is almost non-existent. People don't really use Facebook that much here. People would ask you for your Snapchat instead of your phone number, which is find that very interesting. You're not allowed to take pictures or videos of women without their consent. You will be heavily fined for that. Privacy here is very strict, especially when it comes to women. I think that's about it. What am I forgetting? Oh well, women can now drive, which is very cool and interesting. Foreigners can drive as well. Women actually do not need their guardians to travel or to issue their passport. Cinemas were opened in 2019. You should always have your identification with you, just in case anyone stops you and asks for your identification. You can have your Iqama or your passport, or there is like a digital passport nowadays from the Absha account. There is a lot of things that's happening in Saudi Arabia. The country is opening up, so whenever you have the chance, do come visit, explore the country, and share your feedback. So if you're living in Saudi Arabia, please share down below your experiences. If you're new here, please subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.